Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a full face of nothing new. So I wanted to just hang out with you guys, chit chat, do my makeup, and play with old favorites and products that I already had in my collection that I haven't shown a ton of love to lately. I have a couple things here that were my holy grails at one point, or that I just kind of have in my collection that I used a couple times that I really like, that I just wanted to use up again. I even have an eyeshadow palette here from ColourPop that I've never used before. It's not new. It's so cute, and I'm like, why haven't I used this? So I'm going to show this some love today. I think we're going to do something blue, so we're gonna play with some color. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out and play with some makeup. So I hope you guys enjoy this. You already know, grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it. So this is the palette I'm gonna use today from ColourPop. I can't believe I've never used this before. It is so pretty. And I'm gonna start off with this color right here, Sorbet. And I already primed my lids and everything. I just used my NYX Proof It eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna kind of work that color right in the crease. I really love ColourPop eyeshadow palettes, so I don't really know why I never used this. So cute. And their palettes are so affordable, but they're so good, and they have like a million different varieties on their website. Using my e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush, one of my favorites. My forehead looks so shiny. I like just woke up not too long ago and I did like my morning skincare, and then the lights are reflecting against my forehead. Build this color up. I like knew this palette was gonna be good because I love ColourPop. Then I'm gonna take the shade Gridlock in the palette, and I'm gonna use my favorite brush from the crayon case. I'm gonna use my spray. I'm gonna spray my brush. Ooh, that is pretty. Ooh, that is like an intense blue. I'm gonna put that on all over the lid. I'm gonna try to be precise with this because I don't want to bring this up in the crease. Wow, this is pretty. It's like super blue and intense. Oh my god, this is so cute. Like, why did I never play with this? I really like this. Make sure I'm in focus. There we go. Let's zoom in a little bit. Kelly, can you see me? Wow, that is like really, really intense. Like the prettiest blue. I feel like it's prettier when you actually have it on versus in the pan. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this color right here, Detour, on the crease. I'm gonna see how that looks. If not, I'll just go in with the brown color. I mean, they're like two different kinds of blues, but I still think it'll be pretty. Maybe just to like deepen this up a little bit. All right, yeah, I actually like that. And of course I'm gonna blend out these edges because this is looking a little crazy, but the color itself is beautiful. I'm like always out of focus because I get so into the makeup that I start like getting really close to my mirror. And I'm like, Jasmine, you're still filming, so get it together. Oh, wow, this is really, really pretty. Like, I'm actually like shocked. I mean, like I said, I've used ColourPop shadows before. They're amazing, but like this blue is like on another level. It literally looks like this color, actually, the color of like the actual palette. I'm just gonna use a clean white-haired brush, and I'm just gonna very lightly kind of blend through these edges a little bit. I like brought the color up a little bit too far up in my crease, which I always do. So I'm just gonna kind of blend through it a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my e.l.f. eye tapes, which I love, and I'm gonna do a wing, but I wanna kind of clean up the edges of this shadow a little bit, make it look a little bit crisper and more kind of defined. So I'm gonna kind of drag the eyeshadow outwards a little bit, and the e.l.f. eye tapes are gonna help to kind of elongate that eye area and make it a little bit more cat-like. So I'm gonna take more of the shade Detour, and I'm gonna kind of just focus that on the outer crease and sort of drag it out a little bit. I'm gonna take more of the shade Sorbet, and I'm just gonna very lightly dust that in the crease area because I still want to keep a little bit of that warm shade, just like very lightly in there. For my liner today, I'm actually gonna use the e.l.f. H2O Proof Eyeliner pen. I haven't used this, and it's just sitting here in my collection, so I'm like, let me try this out again. It's like a nice felt tip. I'm gonna just do a wing. This is dramatic. Okay, it's a little longer than what I wanted it to be. There we go. Oh wow, this is actually really good. I don't remember why I ever stopped using this or what, but this is good. It's super pointy, like the felt tip, so I feel like it makes it really easy to do like super sharp wings with it. For lashes, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Faux Lashes in Mommy. I just did a video on my favorite lashes. Check it out if you have not seen it already, but this was one of the pairs. I love these, they're so pretty. So I already have glue on those right now. I'm gonna do mascara and I'm gonna prep the skin for foundation. What mascara do I wanna use? I don't really honestly have a ton of mascaras, like in general. That's one of the things that I don't usually test out because I already have like my cult favorites and the ones that I know just kind of work. Let me use this. I actually have only really been using my Essence mascaras, so I'm gonna use the ColourPop Volumizing BFF, which is one of my favorites. This one's just in black on black. Ooh, I think the sun's coming out too now, which is nice because it was rainy and it makes me happy when I see like just the sun coming through the window when I'm filming. It's like the little things, but just gonna do a quick coat of this. So this mascara and then the Essence mascara's Lashes of the Day and then the Lash Princess, those are like my top favorites. I like them for both the top and the lower lashes. So I'm gonna prep my skin with a little Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. You can use this before and after makeup. I love this spray, so it usually comes in like a really tiny bottle, but now you can get the huge bottle, which makes me very happy because it's so good. One of my favorites. I usually don't like to spray my eyes because then sometimes my eyeshadow gets messed up if I spray directly on my eyes, or other times my lashes won't stick properly because like my eyes are wet, you know, from the spray. So, ooh, I love the spray and it smells really good too. It's very refreshing. Okay, I like got a lot on my chin there. My chin is looking extra hydrated. For primer, I'm gonna go in with the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer. This was one of my holy grails like last year, and I don't know why I stopped using it, but we're gonna use it today. It's super smoothing. So I'm just gonna put this on pretty much everywhere, but mainly on the T-zone. All right, I think the lashes are ready, so let me put these on. Okay, I just struggled with my lashes. I poked myself in the eye twice through here with the tweezers because I always use tweezers to apply my lashes, and the liner got really thick. It's not a great lash and liner day, but we're gonna just roll with it. Today for foundation, I'm gonna use the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Cream. I actually really love IT Cosmetics CC creams because they are very lightweight and they have really good coverage, and this one has SPF 40, so I feel like it's a good like summer spring foundation. And I have mine in the shade medium tan. I don't know if this is gonna match because I haven't used this in so long. This is actually a lot thicker than what I thought it was gonna be. A full coverage cream. Wow, this is more matte than what I remembered. But again, like I love that coverage. Does this say matte on it? Oh, yeah, it says oil-free matte. I'm like wondering, I'm like, wow, this is a lot more matte than what I remembered, but it's pretty though. Doesn't feel drying, but it's for sure very, very matte. So I think you would really like this if you have very oily skin. But it's pretty though, and I love the coverage. I feel like you don't need a ton to get full coverage. Like obviously I always use more than what you really need, but I feel like a little bit of this goes a long way. So I like this. I feel like for summer, it's ideal. Definitely not something that I would use like in the winter for me because my skin tends to be a little bit more normal, and sometimes I get some dry patches in the winter. But I think for summer, maybe if you know you're gonna be wearing your makeup all day in the heat, sweating, whatever, I think it's a good finish because it is very matte. But again, it's comfortable and it's still lightweight. For concealer, I'm gonna use the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer in the shade Light Medium 14. I have really been loving this concealer. It's not brand new, but it's like a newer discovery for me. I started using it like a couple weeks back and I really like it. Like the coverage, and I've been really loving like Dose of Colors in general. I feel like their products are really good. Like I like their foundation. I love this concealer. Their lip products are really nice. I think the only thing I've ever tried from them are their eyeshadow palettes. But I really, really like this brand. Oh, my brow got smeared. I didn't even notice that. Hold on. Let's fix that. There we go. I'm a mess in today's video. Hopefully this is not a fail. Like, what is happening? So pretty. And the concealer is also a little bit more matte. So typically I like the concealer with like a more luminous foundation because I feel like it kind of gives me the best of both worlds, you know, like matte and dewy. But it actually looks nice with the CC cream. Now for powder, so I started using this again and I always end up going back to this. I don't have a ton of favorite translucent powders. You guys know I have, I would say probably like 5 or 6 that like I love and that I always alternate between. Lately I started using this again and I forgot how much I love this. It's the Collab Set the Stage Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder, and this one's in the shade Porcelain Ivory. It's so good. It's very natural, and I think today I need something natural because I have a lot of matte going on my skin. Oh, just kidding. Let's do cream bronzer and blush. I forgot. I'm using the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick today. This one's in Baked. I really like this a lot. I wish they had more colors though, like Milk Makeup, please. Get it together. Let's get more shades in this because it's a really, really nice formula and it's very easy to work with. So I'm just gonna do a little cream bronzer today. I also, of course, love the Fenty cream bronzer as well, which has more shades. And the Huda Beauty cream bronzer is also really nice as well. And then for blush, I'm going to use the Glossier Cloud Paint. This is their Seamless Cheek color. It's just a cream blush. I really like these and I haven't used them since I discovered Glossier. So it's been a little bit. I sometimes tend to forget about cream blush. I mean, sometimes I forget about cream products in general because I just want to go in with powder right away. But I saw this in my collection and I was like, let me try this again. This one's in the shade Dusk. So I'm going to put this on. Okay, that's way too much. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm like the worst teacher ever with makeup. I'm like, don't use too much. Me uses too much. You could use your finger. I'm gonna just do a little bit. That's a lot. Oh God. Okay. I'm gonna just tap this in with my fingers. It's really easy to work with though. Gives you like such a pretty flush to your cheeks. You know, it looks crazy at first and you're like, what is happening? But then once you start blending it in, it's cute. And then if you feel like you need to blend like I do, just go in with the sponge and kind of just run through like the edges so that everything is looking really seamless. But see how pretty? It just gives you like the most perfect wash of color. And they have other colors in these as well. This is one of the most natural colors that they have, but I really like it because it just gives you like a little flush, which I think is so pretty. All right, now we can do powder. This powder has a nice natural finish too, so it's not matte, it's not glowy. I kind of wanted something a little bit more just natural today because I have so many matte products going on. Now we're gonna set the bronzer. So I'm gonna use the Kylie Cosmetics pressed bronzing powder. I used this one time and it was in my collection, and I feel like a lot of people either love Kylie Cosmetics or they hate it, or they're just like they don't want to support it. So I guess I'm kind of in the middle. Like I don't hate her products, I think they're overhyped, but the products that I did try, like I didn't think they were bad. I mean, some of them were kind of like not that great, but I tried this once and I remember really liking it. With Kylie Cosmetics, I feel like there's a lot of dupes. ColourPop and Kylie Cosmetics, from what I know, are made in the same lab. So it's like you're bound to find a good dupe. When it comes to Kylie Cosmetics, I feel like ColourPop always has a dupe. They have great bronzers as well. ColourPop, I'm obsessed, obviously, but I have this in my collection, so I'm just gonna use it up. This one's in the shade Toasty. When I used this bronzer, from what I can remember, it was nice. Yeah, like this is a good color. It's kind of warm, but it's not too much. For me, bronzer, that's another thing. I use the same ones pretty much over and over again because I kind of just know what I like. For blush and highlight, I'm going to use the Glowing in Grease palette from BH Cosmetics. Love this palette. It's like perfect, I think, with the eye look too. So for the blush, I'm going to use a little bit of this color right here, which is called Mykonos. And then I'm going to take this color, Athens, and a little bit of Olympia for my highlight. Wow, that is buttery. I love BH palettes. I'm like, literally I'm dabbing my brush like just a little tiny bit. There's an airplane. Never fails. Really actually loving this entire look. I mean, I had some difficulty with the lashes and liner, but I feel like everything is like coming together nicely. I love the blue. I'm gonna do my lips and then we'll finish up the eyes. I'm gonna use the NYX Slide On Glide On lip pencil. This one is in Sugar Glass. It's like a pinky kind of peachy light nude. This is so pretty, very wearable. These are so creamy. I feel like these are really good dupes for the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. They're super creamy just like that, honestly. So if you're looking for a good dupe, these are it. They're so good. I don't know if I'm gonna, this is like kind of bright for me, this color from ColourPop. I don't know, but this is kind of summery. It's in the shade Punch Bowl. It's their Ultra Matte Lip. Let's just go with it. I guess the lip liner I used is a little too light. I thought this color could complement the blue because it's kind of like summery, you know? And then I came across the e.l.f. lip lacquer in the shade Moody in my lip drawer, and I was like, you know what? I think this would complement that really well and just add a little shine to the lip color. It's basically kind of like the same exact color. It might be like a smidge darker, but I think it's gonna be nice. Yeah, I like this. Oh my gosh, I have like a bunch of nose hairs, and when I put powder on it, emphasizes them, and then it looks like I have actual boogers in my nose, but I don't. They're just my nose hairs. Okay, for the lower lashes, of course, I'm gonna do the same, pretty much the blues that I use. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade Detour, and I'm gonna run that on that lower lash line. We're gonna just make this all blue. And then for the waterline, I'm gonna use the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Big Splash. Okay, so I just went with black liner on the waterline. I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling the blue with it. I felt like it was a little bit too much. I feel like the black waterline liner with the black winged liner kind of just brought everything together. So I was very indecisive. And now I had lipstick in my teeth. I hope this video is not a fail. I like this more. So I just did a little lower lash mascara, and then I also applied some of the color right here, Athens, right in the inner corners to really open up my eyes a little bit and give it a little extra pop. Now I'm gonna use the same Catrice Prime and Fine spray just to lock the makeup into place. And I feel like I especially need this today because my skin is so matte. It's comfortable though, it has great coverage, but I need a little dew. So I'm gonna spray my face and we are done. So this is the completed look. I love the way this turned out. Like, it's very summery, you know, got a little blue going on, some orangey lips, but I think it's really cute. I love this eyeshadow palette from ColourPop. This is so good. I knew ColourPop shadows were good, but like, dang, this is really good. The blues in here are incredible. I was very pleased with this. So I really like this a lot. And everything else I've already used, obviously, some of my favorites. I love this illuminating spray. I feel like this really gave me the little extra glow that I needed to my skin. The products that I used today were very matte, like the CC cream. The matte part of this completely just went over my head when I was like picking out the products, because this is definitely a lot more matte than what I remembered, but it's nice. And I feel like if you have super oily skin, if you're looking for something lightweight with good coverage for the summertime, I think it's a great foundation. Love the concealer, powder, cream bronzer, cream blush. Everything that I use, I pretty much love. It's always really nice to play with stuff that you already have in your collection, so hopefully this inspired you to do the same. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave everything linked down below as always if you're interested, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!